Hi, and welcome to our Shopware special event. And thanks for tuning in. Wow, it was on Monday afternoon, and I was just getting ready, heading to Cologne. My suit were packed, my keynote was in my pocket, and yes, I was still driving in my car when I got the message. 3 bombs from World War II discovered right near our venue, and a massive evacuation ahead. And just like that, our Shopware Community Day, the highlight of the year, had to be postponed. And I know many of us were really looking forward to this live spirit, energy, the buzz, all the face-to-face conversations, the spontaneous moments you only can experience at the Shopware Community Day if you are there. And to be really honest, I won't feel quite the same now without you here today. I would love to stay in front of you, live on stage, with the pulse you can get only from a real audience. And instead, I'm now standing here at our Shopware campus, the place where I grown up and also the place where Shopware was born. And yes, maybe it's fitting because I want to share with you today what comes straight from our core, the way we think, build, and believe the future of commerce will look like. Yes, this was definitely a setback, but we turn it now into an opportunity. And let me be clear, the SCD25 will take place, of course, with the celebration of our 25th anniversary. And we're already preparing for an even stronger comeback in Cologne on Tuesday, the 16th of September. And at this point, a big thank you to our sponsors. Your ongoing support and flexibility in this situation made a real difference. Until then, I want to use this moment to share with you what truly matters right now. What I'm talking about is where we're going with Shopware, and therefore let's talk about our key focus areas this year and beyond. This means I will talk about AI, B2B, and one of our superpowers, community. Well, let's take a quick moment before I jump immediately into AI and zoom out. Over 2 decades now, we have seen so many players, tools, trends come and go. They entered the market, they disrupted the market, and then they disappeared. But there's one thing that never changed. What I'm talking about are the fundamentals of how we make decisions. What drives us to buy, it remains deeply human. When we look at how people buy, we can separate it into 2 worlds. The first is rational buying decisions. Everything that is connected to, logical, fact-driven, needs-based, analytical stuff. Think about reordering supplies, comparing some specifications, buying what's necessary for your company, for your business. It's all about efficiency, price, and performance. Rational buying decisions. And on the opposite side, we have emotional buying decisions. More impulsive, driven by desires and wishes, and often shaped by something that makes us feel. This new design sneaker, a beautiful crafted interior piece. So it's less about the logic, it's more about the connection, identification, and inspiration. And also here, these 2 segments of buying decisions were still existent even before e-commerce were invented. All right. Now, let's go back to the roots and let's remember how e-commerce started and a very easy take on it. First, we as humans learned to search, browse, and buy online. Right? We got access to the internet, search, thank you Google. We got access to a lot of product catalogs online. This was the rise of eBay, Amazon. Then mobile, we were online anytime, anywhere. And e-commerce simply followed along. And obviously, we ended in massive product catalogs and listings. The more products, the better. More SEO. We all love SEO, right? Let's put some hidden text below the products. And then let's give the users more filters and attributes in the front end. Must be better. We are nearly obsessed about filters. And we try to squeeze out the little last percentage of the conversion in the checkout process. And don't forget, let's pump all our products into multiple marketplaces. And then, we find ourselves in the unbeatable price and delivery game. Welcome to e-commerce, right? So again, we as humans, we learned to search, browse, and buy online. But now AI learns for us. They understand what we want and will act for us. What means from search and buy, what we do as a human, to simply delegate and done. And that brings me back to what I said earlier. The fundamentals of how we make decisions. They're deeply human. But in the future, we won't make them alone. All the logical, fact-based, rational buying decisions will be done by an AI agent who understands you, your needs, and will act autonomously in your interest. Whether it's personal life or it's your working life, you will have your own AI agent, I'm pretty sure. And we see it already today. AI services like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, they don't just only support shopping now, they can also do shopping for you. Your customers might not even visit your shop anymore. The decision will probably be made even before they see ever your brand. So let's have a closer look on how the process looks like, no matter if you're buying for yourself or your company, because the steps are nearly the same. And it all starts with an automated discovery process. What means the AI agent finding the right products for you, identifying the right needs. And this will be followed by the negotiation process. Requesting quotes, adjusting terms and prices, in particular important for B2B, right? And then, of course, the selection. Choosing the best offer and supplier. And what is missing? Payment. Finalizing the purchase or order approval. So, all of these 4 steps, discovery, negotiation, selection, payment, will be done in under half a second. Just delegate and done. Autonomously, intelligent, and instantly. And that's what the industry is calling Agentic Commerce. You may have heard about it. And let's have a look to the past of Agentic Commerce and how we landed here. Well, for me, it all started in 2022 with ChatGPT, a true spark and play moment. If you remember, it went viral. Everyone was experimenting, sharing impressive results for the very first time. Even my grandparents were using it. It was, everyone was experimenting with it and impressing friends. Today, we're already in the next phase, the embedding phase. AI is integrated in our everyday software and our operating systems. Think about Microsoft Copilot. Think about Apple iOS. Think about Android, Chrome, Gmail. AI is just there, now. It's instant. It's, easy to use. And the next chapter is already taking shape. I'm talking about the full agentic era, probably in 2027 and beyond, where you will have your own digital twin acting 100% autonomously, taking over your task and handling your task for your personal and for your professional life. And guys, this is not science fiction. That's the world of commerce where we're heading to. And the good news is, Shopware is purpose-built for this. It's an open, headless, and API-first tech stack with the ability to deliver real-time stock and price informations, agent-optimized product feeds, supporting natively agentic payment solutions like the latest PayPal MCP platform. And a native MCP layer is already available on GitHub, thanks to our contributor, Firebase Studio. What means overall that your shop, your data has the right foundation to be found from AI agents. An interesting point here, think about it. The AI usage and adaptability is growing super fast. Yesterday I had an exchange with a merchant who told me that already the traffic from ChatGPT had overcome Google. So ChatGPT, here are some numbers from ChatGPT, had 200 million weekly users in August 24. Now in May 25, it's 800 million, so less than 1 year. Compared to that, it's 4x more. But think about it, what it means for your commerce. In a world that is dominated by rational buying decisions, or where rational buying decisions will be made by agents in under half a second, what does it mean for you? I think the question very soon should arrive to you. Are you just a JSON string, a data file for the AI agent? Or are you more? Are you an experience? Are you a brand that is worth to remember? This is exactly where the emotional part kicks in. A strong shopping experience that sticks in the mind of your customer. And that's also why we at Shopware have invested in powerful new capabilities, what we call our next generation building blocks. For example, immersive storytelling we introduced last year at the Community Day, because we know humans love stories. And with Shopware, you can create stunning experiences with 3D elements just in a few clicks. Or digital sales rooms. Humans love relationships. And in Shopware, you can co-navigate through the shop together in real time via video. Natively speak to each other, browsing through the web shop, take over the control, discover the shop together. It's perfect for B2C, but especially powerful for B2B. Gamification, AR, VR, because humans by nature love to interact. And Shopware is built as a spatial native platform, supporting immersive product explorations, virtual try-ons, interactive experiences by default. And these are just a few examples. There are so much more you can do. Because when AI handles the logic, experiences will become your competitive edge. So human experience is no longer optional. It's the defining factor in commerce. And this is what we call experience commerce. For me, the old world of commerce is clearly fading. And the new world of commerce has already begun. Agentic commerce for rational, automated buying decisions, and experience commerce for emotional, human-driven moments. And right now, we are in the between. This is the moment to take advantage and lead the change. And we at Shopware see it as our mission to empower you, to grow, compete, and to win in the new era of commerce. And with that in mind, let's take a closer look at some of the new innovations we're introducing today. Here's Aaron.
To grow, compete and win in this new world of commerce, you need one thing above all: power, energy. And that's exactly what AI provides. AI will be the fuel of this new era. It will be everywhere, power everything. And that's why we think AI is a new electricity. Sebastian just talked about the two big shifts we are seeing in commerce: more emotion and more automation. So you need tools that help you master both. And that's why we already integrated tools that reduce complexity and unlock new creative potential. Tools to write engaging words for products or landing pages. Tools that simplify and automate data management and labeling. Tools to enhance your customer's experience from discovery to checkout. And a tool to create visuals just from words. But of course, we didn't stop there. So say hello to our newest edition, the image editor. And Marie will now show you how it works.
With our new image editor, you can turn any product photo into a professional-looking shot. Fast, easy, and without a studio. Let me give you a quick demo. Okay, let's get started with uploading a basic product image. And the first thing I want to do is to remove this boring background to have a clean basis for further editing. Okay, perfect. And now I want to place it on a more appealing background. So I'll choose a nice image from my media library and place a cutout shoe where I think best. And click on Add to Background to let AI do its magic. Nice! Now that's a good product photo. So what's happening here is really smart. The editor adapts the light and shadow from the background to match my product, without altering the product itself. So no weird glitches, no logo smudging, my product stays like it is. That's all made possible thanks to the amazing APIs from our partner Finegrain, who specialize in visual AI technologies. Next to placing products on background, there's a lot more to explore in this editor, from the basic right background images to full campaign compositions. The possibilities are endless. So get ready for it. It's launching very soon. Yeah, new tools, greater possibilities, but I think we all know the feeling. When you run a business, you're never really done. There's always more to do. More features to test, conversion rates to improve, checkout flows to refine, marketplaces to expand into. We want it all and even more. Sometimes it feels like we're playing a game with no finish line. So let's zoom in for a moment. Think of something that's considered standard business, like planning a Black Week campaign. You'd expect it to be a routine task for an e-commerce team, right? A new landing page, maybe a flashy banner, a discount rule or two. Shouldn't take more than a couple of days. But then reality kicks in. Suddenly you're knee-deep in creating new visuals. You're defining new prices, adjusting timelines, prepping newsletters, and syncing promotions across every channel. One campaign, but it feels like you need 5 different roles just to pull it off.
So imagine, what if for each of these roles the perfect teammate would appear just by a click? A marketing pro ready to launch every campaign idea you have. A content creator instantly turning your vision into an experiences. A store manager keeping an eye on your business 24/7. A data analyst showing you the hidden drivers of your business. Or a pricing manager keeping your offers competitive and your margins healthy. And now imagine what could be possible if you could have an infinite amount of them. Let me introduce you to Shopware AI and the all-new Copilot. Shopware AI, what is it? Shopware AI is not our own self-built AI model. It's not an LLM which we trained ourselves. Shopware AI is a new brand. It's a new label. Shopware AI is a new umbrella under which all our AI efforts are bundled. The existing ones, formerly grouped under the label AI Copilot, and the new ones, like the image editor, which Marie just introduced. And it marks our first step into Agentic Commerce with the all-new Agentic AI service, Copilot. A chat-based assistant that will support you whenever needed, wherever needed. A new co-worker that is able to call a team of highly skilled professionals, so-called agents, at any time. Let's explore our vision of this tool. So imagine Anne. Anne is a store manager in a B2B shopware shop for industrial and electronics. It's Monday morning and she opens the shopware administration. The Copilot proactively engages her with its insights and actions. Simply by using natural language, Anne can start communication with the Copilot. Oh, look, it got some great news for her. But also, as it digged deeper into the data during its weekly KPI check, it noticed some anomalies, especially when benchmarking against comparable shops. So it autonomously started research using the web browser, investigated what similar B2B shops did to minimize the cart abandonment rate, and already came up with an idea. So she decides to take a look on the idea. Copilot not only recommends ideas based on its research, ideas that had proven impact in similar shops, it also offers to set everything up completely autonomous and save it in a draft so the user can review it and sign it off.
In parallel, Amir, the content creator of our example B2B company, is working out the whole content for the Black Week campaign. So let me give you an example of how we envision Copilot to also support content creators. So Amir starts listing out all his to-dos for the campaign and asks Copilot for support. The Copilot directly identified the 4 tasks Amir listed and starts with the easiest, generating content for that new campaign. And here comes the exciting part again. It doesn't just generate the text, it acts. Need to have that copy in the new shopping experience layout? Yes. So Copilot creates a new layout draft. Next up in Amir's list was creating hero images. And here it comes quite handy that Copilot has access to all Shopware features. So it can just generate content with our image generation feature. Okay, last step was to set up the new category and prepare the layout for release. It created a draft from that layout and a new category for Amir to review it. As soon as Amir is happy with the changes, Amir can tell Copilot when all these changes shall be published. All tasks are now added to a scheduled list of all prepared content, and nobody has to get up at midnight to publish these. So having Copilot is like having an extra team member. A partner, one who's always prepared and never tired. But all right, coming from vision to reality, let's talk about the hard facts. In a couple of weeks, we will publish the first step towards this vision. The first MVP is packed with every knowledge about Shopware. Whether you don't know how to set up a rule or are looking for ideas to improve your business, the AI-powered chat assistant is always at hand to answer your questions. Soon, Copilot will evolve into your personal data expert. So it will be capable to answer questions with real numbers, charts, and data. Later this year, you'll be able to unlock even more Copilot skills to fully tap into the vision we just showed you in our example. Now that you have an idea on what to expect, Aaron, can you tell us something about the technology behind Copilot?
Sure, Marie. The progress in AI development is already at an incredible pace and still accelerating day by day. So, we have built Copilot's multi-model architecture to be model agnostic. We are not bound to a single provider of AI models and can quickly react to newest developments, and in future maybe even provide optionality. Also, we wanted to ensure your data is protected in a time when geopolitical shifts and diverging regulations make digital sovereignty increasingly important. That's why the infrastructure is fully based in Europe. More stability, less gray areas. And we think it's extremely important that you are always in full control. How do we achieve this, especially when it comes to agentic AI? There are three main pillars: rights and roles. As we see the Copilot and its agents as employees, as co-workers, so we will handle them as such. So you will be able to define the same rights and roles, the same accessibility list as you do for any other user. Next up, reviewing and publishing. Any changes that an AI agent makes autonomously is always saved in a draft first. In a customizable review and sign-off workflow, the draft will then be presented to you. And after reviewing, you can decide to discard the draft, edit it, publish it instantly, or schedule it for later publishing. And the third pillar is explainability and traceability. You will always be able to see directly the reasoning of the model it does right now, as well as the planning steps it made to fulfill a task in the past. And all areas that will be accessible to an agent will get a logging, so you can always see who did when what changes. Back to Sebastian.
Thank you, Aaron and Marie. I think that gave us a good sense of what's possible with Shopware AI. Let's take a moment to wrap this up. Shopware AI is agentic by design. You get an autonomous copilot who handles the busy work so you can focus on what really matters, the outcome. Powered by a diverse set of skills, and Shopware AI understands, suggests, and can execute for you. You will get a pro-grade AI image editor for instant visuals, and our first MCPs are available on GitHub now. So let's also have a quick look on the roadmap for Shopware AI. So we will start with the launch of our new image editor and our new Copilot in just a few weeks. And in the next couple of months, Copilot will be enriched constantly with further skills, and behind the scenes, we're already working on a Shopware AI application what we called Nexus, coming in 2026. Let's face it. Nexus will be your commerce orchestration layer, powered by Shopware AI. Because we know that a major portion of project budget is related to the integration cost of commerce and other software tools in your commerce stack. With Nexus coming in 26, we give you the freedom to orchestrate via no-code AI-powered workflows. And our goal is to reduce heavily the integration time and costs, to reduce your maintenance cost, and to accelerate automation for you. All with Shopware Nexus. And this year, we're also starting a beta program for Nexus. If you like to participate, stay tuned for more information coming soon. All right, I think exciting times. AI is clearly reshaping the way we think about commerce. But there's another area just as evolving as fast, and that's B2B. For us, B2B is more than features, workflows, or transactions. It's a 360-degree experience, combining self-service and human support into one seamless flow. And B2B is growing incredibly fast for Shopware. Alone last year, we saw more than 400 new B2B projects starting. And these projects span across a wide range of industry, each with their own complexity, each with their own requirements. And one thing we clearly learned, B2B is not just B2B. Every project is different. You know, different industries, different buyers, different requirements. So let's take a quick look at how diverse the B2B journey really is. And therefore, I'm happy to hand over to Tim.
I'm super excited to show you why Shopware is today and in the future the right choice when it comes to your B2B business. As Sebastian said, B2B is not like B2B. And we see different levels in this sector. Level 1, B2B Basic and Enablement. This is the starting point for many B2B customers digitalizing processes, connecting systems, and enabling sales. Next up, customer portals and services. At this stage, commerce becomes a service and a real competitive advantage, and for customers, it becomes the main point of self-service capabilities. And finally, level 3, the 360 connected sales. The shop is no longer just used, it sells, advises, and the sales department is using it actively as a sales tool. And Shopware provides solutions for each of these levels, from the beginning with our B2B components. And this is the real advantage of the B2B components. It doesn't matter in which state your B2B business is or you wanted it to be. Simply use the components that matter for you and your business at the right stage. You have the choice. And of course, as the B2B components are deeply integrated and connected with Shopware 6 and its headless architecture, you also profit from the great variety of Shopware 6 features, connecting your external solutions easily, and the Shopware AI capabilities Marie and Aaron just showed. So, what makes Shopware and the components in B2B so unique? First, full checkout control. Adapt and change the checkout flow or its functionalities based on your business processes and customer needs. Split basket and delivery. Based on the architecture of Shopware 6 and our API-first approach, also in the components, features like these are easy to integrate and run. This includes also to set up your own SSO solution. There are no product limitations, no matter if numbers of products overall or their variance. Strengthen customer loyalty with complex pricing and discounts. In Shopware, it's always your freedom of choice. This includes, of course, the choice of your payment provider as well. You have the control, always. Never get stuck, it's your freedom to grow. So, with our existing B2B components, digital sales rooms and sales agent, we have already shipped a wide range of functionalities, each designed to fulfill your requirements in your B2B business. And with organization units and advanced product catalogs, which I will show you in a minute, we continue to give our merchants what their business needs, but of course, we do not stop there. Future focus for us in the development starting this year will be individual pricing and budget management, which will add an advanced pricing rule system and set up budgets for units and employees directly in the B2B components. Now, let's have a look at organization units. With organization units, you can easily set up a more complex company structure within a B2B customer. Simply create the unit, of course give it a name, assign employees to it, and then select the payment and shipping methods. And after that, select the allowed shipping addresses and billing addresses. But this is just the start. With further development, there will be more possibilities you can do with these units and even create subunits. And there is no limitation. Create as many as you need to reflect the customer's company structure. Next up, advanced product catalogs, where you and your B2B customer can set up individual catalogs for each unit, defining which categories they are able to see and purchase in the B2B shop. This gives you and companies an even better configuration when it comes to restrictions and individuality. As you remember, we see different stages in the B2B market. Now I want to give you a real-world example of a customer portal and its services by one of our customers who's using these B2B components to solve challenges, drive efficiency, and create a seamless experience for both their buyers and themselves. Veolia. Veolia provides services in waste management, industrial cleaning, pipe services, building and industrial services, and technical services. With over 9,500 employees and over 250 sites, they contribute a turnover of 2.9 billion euro. The goal of Veolia was to streamline operations and reduce manual workload for customers and internal teams. With Shopware 6 and their partner agency Zeitgeist, they achieved that by launching a new self-service portal. Our B2B components are perfectly for managing user accounts, permissions, and permission structure. And with Shopware composable frontends, they achieved a scalable headless architecture as well. And this is what it looks like. I just have to log in to access to my customer portal. And then I get a direct overview of my last orders and appointments. The self-service portal also includes managing your contracts, detailed order section, a calendar overview functionality, managing invoices and documents. So as a Veolia customer, I have everything in one place, and it's even more than just a simple online shop. I get a direct overview of my last orders and appointments. So let's have a look how easy it is now to schedule a new pickup or exchange. You simply go to the contract in which you want to do the order, and then select which service you want to order. Select the amount and date, and if needed, a personalized instruction to Veolia, just with a few clicks. Another great example is the new user management with rights and roles. Simply go to the profile, rights and roles, select the role you want to change, and define easily which rights these employees or units should have. What's also great, customers can now also define which contracts they should have access to. And all of this everywhere, every time. So overall, migrating to Shopware 6 has significantly accelerated the digitalization and automation of their business processes, delivering benefits for both customers and internal operations. This includes one customer service portal for employee or invoice management, scheduling waste disposal, manage contracts, and many, many more. And with the automation of time-consuming business processes, a significant reduction in administrative workload has been achieved. But this was just one customer case in B2B. There are many more, as Sebastian mentioned before, 400 in the last year. And they achieved it with the open architecture and the adaptability of Shopware and its B2B components. Because B2B with Shopware has tailored flexibility. It's designed for complexity. With the API-first approach and its architecture, we are European-based, and you decide where your data is stored. Composability. Use what you need, adapt what's necessary. Shopware grows with you. There are no hard limitations. And with the upcoming Agentic Commerce, Shopware equips you for the next era of digital commerce, also in B2B. And with that, back to Sebastian.
Thanks, Tim. Let's wrap up B2B with one simple truth. Great B2B commerce isn't just features. It's a 360-degree experience, and we're proud to support you on that journey. But there's one more part of Shopware that makes all the difference: our Shopware community. Let's dive into that. Because when you look at what Shopware is today, it all comes back to the community. It's not a nice to have, it's not a gimmick, it's the real foundation we believe in. Followed by our belief in open source. Open source is more than just code. It's how we build together. And we believed in it from day one, as we were using for Shopware always open source frameworks and software. And we're just getting started. For me, it's where visionaries build and builders dream. That's what makes our communities so special. People with ideas, people who create, people who care. Let's take a closer look at how we're actively shaping and growing this community. And with that, I'm happy to hand over to Mark.
When we think about what makes commerce truly powerful, it's easy to point to technology. After all, it's what powers every store, every transaction. But what makes commerce meaningful, what makes it great, is people. It's community. Shopware chooses open source because we believe in transparency, flexibility, and shared growth. And now, as we look ahead, there's an even more urgent reason to be open. AI is changing everything. And to reach its potential, it needs full access. It learns better and works better when it can see the whole system. Developers today want freedom. They want tools that don't lock them in. In AI, it demands openness, delivers the best results when it has total access. Probabilistic AI systems will hallucinate more when working with SaaS-only API black boxes. We see that with our own MCP servers already available today on GitHub. The more open, the better. We're seeing such a revival of open source. Tools built on open frameworks, powered by AI, are delivering productivity gains of 3x or more for developers. We see that in our own data. So here's the big idea. Open source is not just our legacy, it's our edge. Now let's talk about the real engine behind Shopware's success, our community. On GitHub, we've seen 38,000 commits from more than 700 individual contributors. That's not a team, it's a movement. Our community Slack now has over 10,000 members, not just in the past year. We've added 1,500 people. That's incredible, right? And our code base is growing to over 1 million lines of code, which, for context, is about the size of a typical AAA video game. This shows the scale and maturity of what we're building together. You're not just maintaining a shop system, you're co-creating a deep tech platform, engineered for scale, flexibility, and future-proofing. Now let's put our community's impact into perspective. Compared to other open source frameworks, for example, Laravel here, one of the most widely used and respected PHP frameworks, you can see we, Shopware, are well positioned and have great traction. That speaks volumes about the depth and passion of this ecosystem. And it's not just quality, it's quantity too. According to our Google's own Crux dataset, our storefront performance regularly scores above industry competitors on key web vitals like speed and responsiveness. That kind of excellence isn't something we could have achieved alone. We did it with you. Every optimization, every contribution, every performance win, that's community-powered innovation. Before we go any further, I want to take a moment to say something simple, but important thank you. For 25 years, you've helped us build Shopware into what it is today. Open, fast, free. You've contributed code, answered questions, filled issues, inspired ideas, and as we look to the future, we're not just celebrating what's behind us. We're excited to show you what's next, something we've been working on for the past year. It's our way of giving back to the community that made all of this possible. Something we've been quietly building with a lot of care and even more feedback. We are passionate about being an incubator that allows others to build on top of our platform. So we asked ourselves, what if we could bring everything our community needs into one place? Well, that's the vision behind the all-new Shopware Community Hub, a place to onboard faster, to meet, connect, and collaborate more easily, to explore, learn, and contribute without barriers. The Community Hub is more than a portal, it's a home base, a single space where you can learn new skills, connect with others, collaborate on projects. Whether you're a developer, a merchant, or just curious about shopware, this is built for you. And the best part, it wasn't just for the community, it was built with the community. Now let's take a look how easy it is to get started in Community Hub. Right from the beginning, you're guided by an intuitive onboarding wizard, just a few steps. Set your role, your personal details, where you can link other accounts, and of course, the essential dark mode, and that's it, you're in. From there, you'll enter the community feed, a live stream of activity, achievements, conversations. The feed keeps you connected. You can reward people's contribution with kudos, give newcomers a welcoming celebration, check out any badges that you have achieved for your own personal contributions, view the leaderboard to see who is actively participating the most. You can check out profiles, like Max is here. You can follow contributors, see their impact, and start building your own presence. We didn't just want the hub to be useful, we wanted it to be rewarding. So we've embedded gamification to make learning and contribution feel visible, valuable, and fun. Every action earns XP, shown in your profile and the feed. You can give others kudos and receive kudos to celebrate others' efforts. You unlock achievements and earn badges, some tied to learning, some to events. For example, badges like an SCD badge, something you can get both physically and digitally. But the most exciting part, we've embedded Shopware learning environments right into the hub. You can launch a real Shopware instance directly from a learning path, so you can learn, try, apply, without ever leaving the experience. Let's take a look at that in action. Once you select which learning path you want to choose, like Shopware Front-End Development Essentials, just click Enroll Now and you're in. The learning paths are hands-on and structured, broken down into courses and units, with a simple visual flow to guide you every step of the way. Completing learning paths gives you XP and achievement badges. The better you complete the course, the better the achievement badge as a result. Maybe only 20 other people will get a rare badge. Could it be you? But here's where it gets really powerful. Inside the path, you'll find Shopware learning environments. This means you're working inside a fully operational Shopware admin and storefront, built just for your learning journey. Like this example, where you learn how to add products right into the admin. Learning environments are fast, are real, and built to help you go from theory to practice in one seamless loop. As we look toward the future, one area we're especially excited about is AI, not just for customers, but for how we develop. You've already seen how Shopware AI, introduced earlier by Aaron and Marie, is changing the user experience. But we're also investing in AI for developers, the internal tools that make coding faster, smarter, and more creative. That's why we're launching our first AI learning path in the Community Hub, focused on the experiences with Vibe coding. It will be the first of many new AI learning pathways, including Agentic Commerce Essentials. It's our take on the new era of development, where humans and AI work side by side to design, test, and build rapidly. It really upends the traditional development approach and forces new methods of team collaboration. All of this, the hub, the learning paths, the live environments, has taken serious effort. So far, we've invested over 11,000 hours in building the Community Hub. That includes strategy, design, development, testing across multiple teams, disciplines, and time zones. This isn't a side quest or an MVP. It's a real product with real care behind it, and one that will continue to evolve over time. Because we believe community isn't just something we support, it's something we build for. But those 11,000 hours, they're only part of the story, because this hub wasn't just built for the community, it was built with the community. We launched the beta back in November, and since then, dozens have jumped in, tested features, shared feedback, and helped us iterate quickly. That collaboration made the product better, sharper, and aligned with your real needs. So if you're part of the early feedback group, then thank you. You've helped shape what the hub has become and what it's going to be. Our commitment is simple. The Community Hub is here to stay, and we're just getting started. We've already worked on new features like community clubs, where like-minded people can organize around shared goals, community projects for open collaboration. Behind the hub, we've set aside dedicated budget for full-time teams for community events, developer sponsorships, community programs. Everything we're doing is about one thing: fostering contribution, enabling collaboration, and enriching the open source core we all believe in. To sum up, in an AI-powered future, open source isn't optional, it's essential. Why? Because AI algorithms work best when they can see the whole picture. But in closed black box systems like traditional SaaS only, they're flying blind. That's when hallucinations happen more often. With Shopware AI gets full context, it can reason, learn, build, because our foundation is and always will be open. And now that open source core has a new home, a place to learn faster, to meet like-minded people, and to speed up your journey into Shopware. And speaking of like-minded people, I would like to thank our top contributors. Max, Rune, and Joshua, myself, and the community team are thrilled with your contribution and passion. It has really made it a joy to be part of. As I said earlier, we're not just building for the short term, we're investing for the long term. So please, be part of the conversation. Join the club, join the hub. And now, I'd like to take a moment to talk about one of our core values: open. As I said, AI works best with open technology. In fact, it demands openness. In a world of agents, as Sebastian said earlier, acting on behalf of shoppers and developers, we believe that success will be driven by open standards and protocols. That's why I'm proud to announce a wider alliance. A way for us all, not just to shape how to use Shopware, but to shape the entire commerce AI industry. As an open source company, we believe in open standards that make the lives of our customers better, knocks down walled gardens and closed systems. That's why I'm pleased to announce the Agentic Commerce Alliance. Our mission: to pool research, talent, and capital so that autonomous, ethical, and accessible AI becomes default engine of commerce. Why does the alliance matter? Well, AI fatigue is real. Every vendor claims AI. We're writing real open protocols, not slideware. Data sovereignty is non-negotiable. Merchants must decide where models run and how data flows. Interoperability beats lock-in. Shared APIs and neutral governance shorten integration cycles. Collective R&D. No one company alone can simulate entire supply chains. 10 aligned partners can, and we are not alone. As you can see, we have big name founders, and we're proud to call alliance partners. If you are working with AI and agentic commerce, go to the agentic.commerce.org. Visit the current projects and either submit a new project or, even better, join as a member. And with that, I'll hand back to Sebastian.
Thank you, Mark. Wow, I think this was a great run-through of all of our Shopware key focus areas: AI, B2B, and community. To sum it up, We're not just integrating AI, we're building for agentic and experience commerce. And Shopware AI brings your commerce on autopilot. A growing suite of AI capabilities, including our latest AI image editor. And it's your data under your control, built with data privacy and transparency at the core. Shopware is purpose-built for complex commerce. Scalable and secure, no limitations, never get stuck. Modular B2B components for every growth stage. 9 are available and 2 more this year to come. And community has always been at the heart of Shopware. It's where visionaries build and builders dream. 100% commitment to open source and our community. No lock-in. A brand new community hub to learn, connect, collaborate via gamification elements. And we kick off the Agentic Commerce Alliance because we believe AI works best with open technology. We believe the future of commerce belongs to those who embrace intelligence, master complexity, and never build alone. That's why our focus is clear: AI, B2B, and community. On behalf of the rest of my crew, thank you very much for being part of this incredible journey and shaping the future of commerce together with us.